This one-page letter sent to about 1,000 parents in the Wyoming Valley West School District is at the center of a very intense debate and growing controversy. Now, the letter informs the parents that the unpaid lunch bills can result in them being taken to dependency court and possibly their child being removed from their home and placed into foster care for basically not providing food for their child.
School district in Pennsylvania sent a letter home to parents of children with unpaid lunch debt, threatening to call child welfare authorities because we live in hell. Actually, no, it's worse. We live in a country worse than hell because at least Satan would be like, hey man, maybe we shouldn't threaten to take children away from their parents just because they're poor. Anyway, here's a guy who's basically Satan, defending why threatening to sick Child Protective Services on parents was a good way to try and collect a $20,000 debt.
Hopefully that gets their attention. Certainly did, didn't it? I mean, if you think about it, you're here this morning because some parent's crying foul over he or she doesn't want to pay a debt attributable to feeding their kid. How shameful.
My man, I don't think you've ever felt shame in your entire life if you think this is the parents' fault and certainly not a problem with underfunding in the district. And thankfully, there are some sane people at Luzerne County Children and Youth Services who immediately pushed back on the utilization of child welfare authorities in this manner. But those sane people don't seem to be working at the school district, as a new report shows that Todd Carmichael, co-founder and CEO of La Colombe Coffee, offered to cover the $22,000 debt, but the school board president said no and hung up on him. What? And this problem isn't even unique to Pennsylvania. In the US, approximately 30 million kids take advantage of free or reduced price school lunches at public schools, and for the 13 million or more children living in food insecure households, school lunch might be the only meal they get to eat on any given day. Low-income parents, mired in crippling poverty, rely on these programs to feed their children. Now, this doesn't mean that school districts are swimming in cash and simply being awful. School lunch debt is actually a big problem, a systemic problem, of course, caused by austerity measures as a direct result of lower taxes. But the way some schools have tried to deal with this issue is by punishing the parents who can't pay, or even the students themselves. Like this Alabama elementary school that stamped the child's arm with the message, "I need lunch money." Or this Minnesota school district that warned graduating seniors that they will not receive caps and gowns unless their meal debts were paid. Some schools also resort to forcing kids into working in the cafeteria to pay off their debts. This practice, known as lunch shaming, is so widespread and so universally hated that New Mexico literally passed a comprehensive bill banning the practice. Numerous states are also raising concerns, and districts across the country are banning practices like hand stamps, which hurt the self-esteem of children by highlighting the socioeconomic divide between the poor kids and the rest of the student body. And it's honestly shocking to me that we live in the wealthiest nation on earth, where we have an abundance of food, and there are still food insecure kids. But the way to deal with this issue should never be to threaten the parents or to embarrass the children. I'm Hasan Piker, and this has been The Breakdown. Want to see more videos like this? Well then, subscribe to the TYT channel below. Also, don't forget to become a TYT member. You can get access for as little as $4.99 a month. Also, download the TYT Plus app on your phone, or head over to tyt.com/join today.